ごめんね。
じゃあどうする？
じゃあね。壊したい大事そうに抱えた私を全部君がこの孤独を痛みを癒すの消えてしまいたい眠らない街のざわめき愛想笑いの憂鬱本音なんていつかどこか見えないふりだねだって不安なんてそんな言われなくても分かってる壊したい大事そうに抱えた強がりなんてでも素直になれない迷っても悩んでも君が求めるならせめてこの孤独を痛みを壊して生まれ変わりたい
If that doesn't get you interested in this game, give it time. You're gonna be pleasantly surprised. Hey everybody, I'm here to you, and welcome back to the 12 Days of Gaming. In today's video, we'll be playing one of my favorite RPGs of all time, Tokyo Mirage Assassin Sharp FE. Some kind of event, huh? Wonder what's taking Toma so long. Itsuki carries a communication tool with him called Topic. This tool is linked to the Wii U gamepad in your possession. When you receive a message on Topic, you can use the Wii U gamepad to access it. Blag, sorry we're running late. I seriously just got off the stage. Sorry, man, and I was the one who set this whole thing up too. Don't worry about it. Yeah, thanks, man. Sorry again. By the way, I saw someone who looked a lot like Tsubasa in Odobai today. Did she tell you about her plans? Nope. It's probably somebody else then. Anyhow, I'll be there as soon as I can. Just hang on a little bit more. And that's the big reason why I wasn't able to Let's Play this game for the longest time. So, it's no secret that I've been wanting to Let's Play Tokyo Mirage Assassins for a very long time. Pretty much since I first played it. But there's a lot of things that have kept that from happening, the Wii gamepad being one of the bigger features that kept that from happening. We're going to talk about that more in a moment, but first, we're going to be going over this cutscene. I'm going to be skipping over a majority of the opening cutscenes throughout the prologue. But this one, I'm not going to do that. She's so cute! Huh? It's Suki! I thought that was you, Tsubasa. Hey, I thought you were hanging out with Tuma today. He hasn't shown up yet, so I figured I'd hang out for a while. Thanks, Toma. Did you hear? Kirya's doing a live concert in the middle of Shibuya soon. Isn't that awesome? She's so cute. Just look at her for a second. She's so adorable. Yeah, pretty awesome. I know, right? I mean, Kirya's one of the best female artists in Japan right now. She's totally my hero. Sounds like you're really into her. Sounds like you're really into this Kirya stuff. I'm her biggest fan. You should really listen to her sometime, Mitsuki. I'll get around to it. You promise? Yeah, yeah. Don't yeah me. You're just saying that to get off my case. You're just saying that to get me off your case. Come on, Itsuki. We've been friends since we were kids. Can't you take me seriously for once? Okay, got it. If you don't listen to Kirya, we're getting parfait your treat. Make sure it's extra large. I mean, I'll get you parfait if you want. I just don't see why you're trying to get me excited about her. It makes perfect sense. I just want to be able to talk about Kirya stuff with you. I think that's probably enough about her. So, what exactly are you doing here in Taitama again? I thought I threw him off the trail. Oh, well, you know, just things. All applicants for the One of Millennium Idol audition, please gather in the reception area. Just remember there was something I had to do, so, gotta go. I'll see you later. Sounds like something's going on in the back. If Tuma is gonna be a while, I might as well check it out. So like I said earlier, we're going to be skipping over a majority of the dialogue during the prologue for this video. If I was going to verbalize all the dialogue on screen, I'd be let's playing this game, but this isn't a let's play, this is a 12 days of gaming video. Alright, so that right there, I kind of went too fast, but that right there was probably one of my favorite quotes of Tsubasa, where she's all like, "I means to please you." She's just so adorable. I love literally every scene Tsubasa is in. Alright then, so skipping over these cutscenes, looks like something bad is happening. Ooh, spooky. A detail that I really love about this game, we're not going to be seeing this a ton in the prologue, but what I really love about this game is that the NPCs that you can't interact with, they're kind of like a colored silhouette, similar to what you've seen in the earlier volumes of Ruby. And this is something that I think is really cool, because it makes it very clear who you can and cannot talk to throughout the game, but also kind of gives it its own identity when compared to other RPGs like this. So as much as I'd love to read all the dialogue throughout the prologue, there is a lot to go over, and I kind of want to do the entire prologue in one video. So as you can probably tell by the time of this video, the prologue is fairly long, even when you're skipping all the cutscenes. But now we've entered our first dungeon. Just barely 10 minutes into the game, and we're already into our first dungeon. What the? What is this place? Am I even in Taitama anymore? You have to hurry. She's in danger. You have to hurry to the depths. Who was that girl? No, she can wait. I have to find Tsubasa. And finding Tsubasa can wait for a moment because I just have to admire the pretty background of this game. This is such a pretty game. There's like a Ferris wheel over there, and you can see the town. It's just so cool, and you can see a giant waterfall surrounding the entire area, and oh my goodness, I love this game! Alright, so before we move on any further, I want to talk about the Wii U gamepad for a moment. And the Wii U gamepad is, like I said earlier, one of the bigger reasons why I wasn't able to Let's Play this game for the longest time. But we're going to look at the gamepad screen for a moment, and we could see that the characters have been texting each other well before the beginning of the game. So, you can read that on your own, you can pause the video if you want. But I particularly want to highlight Tsubasa's texting. Itsuki, how's studying going? You ready for the next test? It's going okay. How about you, Tsubasa? We only have tests in 2 subjects tomorrow, so I'm just finished reviewing. Now I'm going to sleep. There's 3 subjects tomorrow. English, literature, and math. Ah! Ah! Tsubasa? I forgot math! That is probably one of Tsubasa's most well-known quotes throughout this game, which is saying a lot considering she's one of the fan favorites of Tokyo Mirage Assassins. And another detail that I really love is that the text is imperfect. So you can even see like a little emoticon right there, and you can also see the spelling and grammar is not exactly perfect, just like what teenagers would be doing if they were texting quickly. I just love little details like that. This game is so great. And speaking of the gamepad, we get to use it again. Yay! Isn't that exciting? And that was my finger. All shall fear it. Hey, some weird stuff's going down in Daitama right now. Where are you? Is everything okay? I think I'm still in Daitama. I went through this weird gate thing and ended up in some huge place I've never seen before. Ah, crap, that's not good. You know this place? I can't explain right now, man. Itsuki, I need to get out of there now. I don't really get it. But Tsubasa got kidnapped by some kind of monster. I'm just not leaving her behind in here. Hey, come on, Itsuki. So, one of the biggest reasons why I love the gamepad integration in this game, I've mentioned plenty of times on social media and things like that, that this game has probably my favorite use of the Wii U gamepad in any game ever. Probably besides Splatoon or Mario Maker or anything like that. But the big reason why I love it in this game is this is probably the most immersive way any game has used the Wii U gamepad. And what I mean by that is that when you're notified on screen that, hey, you need to look at your gamepad right now, you're looking down at the gamepad roughly around the same time that Utsuki is doing that too. You have all the texting on the gamepad, you have all the apps down there, and when the game lets you know you need to look back at the TV screen again, you're looking back up at the same time Itsuki's doing it. It's a little hard to explain, but when you experience that for yourself, you realize why that's so cool. That's going to be one of the more sad things about the Switch version of this game, because that level of immersion is not going to be possible on that, because all the topics are being moved onto the TV screen, which is more than okay, because this game is coming to Nintendo Switch. That makes me so happy. Oh, it's coming to Nintendo Switch. Oh, it's gonna be so cool. And it's coming with brand new content. I would have been perfectly fine if they just making it exactly like it was on Wii U, but they're adding new content to the Switch, and that makes me so happy. I don't even care that I'm talking over the cutscene.
Yokosu. Chikaru. Yokosu. 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 Chikaru. Yokosu. Yokosu.
Yay, skipping over the cutscene! Whee!
どうすれば。
信じられん。
うわっ、ケンが喋った。その声、もしかしてさっきの青いお化けみたいな人。
ああ、気づいたら剣になっていた。
嘘だろ。
気をつけて。
大丈夫だ、俺がついてる。行くぞ。
And now we're getting into the combat for Tokyo Mirage Assassins, and this is where the game really shines. So, for those of you out there who don't know, Tokyo Mirage Assassins is a crossover between Fire Emblem and Shin Megami Tensei, even if it may not look good at first. So, we'll be dealing with a troll and a blob. Isn't that exciting? So, one thing that's really cool is that when you attack this enemy, you won't know what strengths and weaknesses it has, but it gets revealed gradually over time. So, in case of this troll enemy right here, the weaknesses for this enemy, this is weak to sword, lance, and thunder. And the blob enemy is weak against sword, fire, and thunder, resistant against ice and wind, and that's about it. So, how is this game a crossover between Fire Emblem and Shin Megami Tensei if it doesn't really resemble either of those games? The combat system is a big part of that, because this game combines the weapon triangle system of Fire Emblem and the strengths and weaknesses of Shin Megami Tensei. And there's also a couple cameos here and there, like we saw a couple characters already who somewhat resemble Fire Emblem characters. There's also a shop much later in the game. There'll be a picture on screen right now, but there's a shop that has Jack Frost from Shin Megami Tensei as the mascot. And the clerk for that store is a character from Fire Emblem. I believe her name is Anna. I apologize if I'm butchering her name. I don't play a whole lot of Fire Emblem games. But now the blob is destroyed. We can also see right here the main character's strengths and weaknesses as well. Like, for example, Itsuki is weak against the lance and fire, but he's strong against enemies that use an axe or a thunder or whatever. No, he's resistant against that. I don't even know how to read this thing. We can also see that Tsubasa is resistant against darkness and a sword. She's weak against axe, a bow, and wind attacks, though, so you definitely want to keep an eye on that. Alright, so this right here, the characters are revealing themselves. This is a Chrom from Fire Emblem Awakening, and the girl is Seda from, I want to say, the Fire Emblem game with Marth in it. I might be wrong about that. There will be caption on screen correcting me if I'm wrong. But that is where a majority of the Fire Emblem references come from. It's the fact that the partner characters, called Mirages, they are based off Fire Emblem characters. And they're called Performas. I don't know why, I just love that so much. They're called Performas. It's such a silly name, but I love it so much. Thank you for coming after me, Itsuki. I was so relieved. Anything for you, Tsubasa. So going back outside, what we're going to be doing real quick is demonstrating a little bit more of the gamepad features. So as you can see on screen, on the gamepad that is, the map gradually fills in as we explore more of the dungeons a la Chrono Trigger. So that's pretty cool. We can already see that we've explored quite a bit of this area, so that's pretty nice. So, let's go over this way. Wait, Itsuki. There's an enemy here too! Okay, so my timing was a little bit off right there, but if you press the X button, you do like a sword slash. That will stun the enemy and let you go either around them or give you a higher chance of doing a first attack. We got the first attack anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much. But just take a moment to look at the battle arena. This is so cool. The entire battle is taking place like a stage performance, and you get a crowd in the background cheering us on. This is honestly one of the best battle arenas that I've ever seen in any RPG ever. And I've played Earthbound. And also, just giving you guys a little bit of a warning, I'm probably going to try to end these battles in a way that makes Tsubasa appear. Because, well, to be completely honest, Tsubasa is one of my waifus. And we've unlocked a new skill. So, taking this, we now have a sword-based attack called Cleave. So that's pretty interesting. We've also got a new ability for Seda as well, a lance-based Elec Lunge. Elec Lunge. That's kind of hard to pronounce. Me feel English? That's impossible. Alright, so we're going to be continuing our explorations across this area. I do apologize, this video is a bit longer than usual, but I want to get through the entire prologue in this video. And while we go through this area... yay! First attack! So while we go through this area, I would like to mention... Oh, that right there. Okay, so that was a tutorial for something called a Session attack. Basically what that means is if you do an attack, like for example, the tutorial was suggesting that we use... What's it called again? It's not there. Whatever. If we do an attack that will kind of like connect with another one, we can do assassin attack, which is basically similar to a chain attack from Xenoblade, if you're familiar with that game. But this right here, this is a dark mage. This enemy is weak against sword, lance, and axe, resistant against fire, ice, and light. And let me just say, the enemies in this game is another big reason why I have been able to let's play this game as soon as I wanted to. There's two big reasons. I'll talk about the gamepad first, because that's the bigger reason. This game, like I said earlier, has one of my favorite uses of the Wii U gamepad in any Wii U game ever. Normally, whenever I let's played Wii U games, I was able to work around not being able to have a Wii U gamepad capture card. Like with Pikmin 3, I used Miiverse screenshots to take pictures of the data files. Miiverse is shut down, unfortunately, but thankfully I was able to get a picture of most of the enemies in this game before that happened. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get all of them. And the fact is, you've seen this already, but the fact is I wasn't too happy with the idea of using a camera to record the gamepad because the stylus or my finger would be in the way all the time. And when I was first wanting to let's play this game, my editing program at the time was Windows Movie Maker, which can only edit one screen at a time. And it wasn't until literally this year that I was able to use HitFilm to edit multiple things at once. And I did have Sony Movie Studio. That program takes forever to render, and it kind of sucks. It's okay, are you okay? Yeah, somehow I found Tsubasa too. We're alright. Where even are you guys right now? I actually have no idea. Ah, you dumbass. Okay, look, you guys gotta find the exit, got that? There should be a round-up building somewhere south of you. The exit's near there, so get moving. And be careful! You guys better not be get dead. I didn't get a chance to finish reading that. That must be it. Ah, it's okay! And we have some more bad guys to deal with. So real quick, I'm going to demonstrate a skill. So this enemy right here, actually this is not a good idea because I don't think this thing is, actually no, it's, we're going to use a sword attack. I was going to try using one of the thunder base attacks, but it doesn't really seem like it does that much damage to dark mages, so it's probably not the best idea in the world. I'm going to use this ability to heal myself. So yeah, going back to why I couldn't let's play this game as soon as I wanted to. Gamepad capture cards were very, very expensive, and that was kind of out of the realm of possibility for me. And the thing is, gamepad capture cards aren't even available anymore for purchase because the company that made them, Katsukiri, ran out of business, and they were pretty much like the only reliable source that could make a gamepad capture card. So even though I really wanted to, I couldn't get one before they shut down, and it was very unfortunate. So let's take care of you. And the other big reason why I couldn't let's play this game is the enemies, believe it or not. Because, and this is something that really bothers me, the enemies in this game, like I'll put it on screen again as soon as I turn on my camera. The enemies in this game, their stats are always listed on the gamepad. You can even see the stats for Tsubasa and Itsuki as well, but all of these are always on the gamepad whenever you're playing through the game. Why in the world did it take so long for anybody to archive the information for the enemies in this game? Not even kidding. It took me years to find a good source that listed all the enemy stats when they're on the gamepad all the time. Why did it take so long? So yeah, with this video, I wanted to demonstrate what it would have been like if I did let's play the Wii U version, because, fast forwarding these cutscenes because I feel like it. The thing is, fun story. Like I said earlier, I've really wanted to let's play this game for a long time, but because of the gamepad and the enemy thing, I didn't really feel confident in my abilities to let's play this game. So, the other thing about that is that the gamepad and the enemy thing would be fixed if this game was on Nintendo Switch, because all the information would be on the TV, and that's something that I can record. But the thing is, the Switch version wasn't announced for a long time, and I was kind of going back and forth over whether or not it was going to happen. My mindset for the longest time was that Atlas would probably wait to see how well Shin Megami Tensei 5 did before they'd risk porting Tokyo Mirage Sessions to Switch. But the thing is, E3 2019, about a week or so before that happened, I sent a message to the James Rolls because he knew that I wanted to Let's Play this game. I sent a message to him saying that if Tokyo Mirage Sessions was not announced for Switch at E3, I'd continue planning out a Let's Play this game with the mindset that it would never come to Switch. Literally, the next Direct after E3, Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE Encore is announced for Nintendo Switch. It's pretty funny in hindsight, but oh my goodness. This was like one of the bigger surprises, honestly, because I was kind of expecting this to not happen at all. There were a couple things that kept me optimistic, like the developers of this game saying, like there was an interview on screen right now for you to read if you want. Oh no, we're almost dead, that's not good. And no, I don't want my waifu to die. No! Tsubasa, you'll be okay, hold on! Whew, we saved the waifu. Okay, I'm gonna use the healing item. This is a soft drink. And that's good. That's close enough. Yeah, we probably could have used that turn to finish off that one enemy. Oh well. So yeah, that enemy right there, the pink bubble guy, whatever it's supposed to be, that's called a Casper. And it's weak against ice, the thunder, wind, and resistant against fire, and null against darkness. I did not mean to heal again. That's what happens when I mash the A button while looking at notes. Alrighty then, let's destroy you forever. So a lot of them— I did not mean to do that, I gotta stop mashing the A button. So, a lot of my favorite things about the combat system in this game are unfortunately not going to be able to redo a whole lot of them in this video. But there are a lot of really cool features, like the sessions. Hopefully we'll be able to come across them at some point during this video. We probably will when we come to the boss fight. But there's a lot of really awesome ones too, like ad-lib performances and duo performances and things like that. Okay, I'm gonna use... could we wipe you out? No, you're at full health. Okay, so I'm gonna use this ability to heal Itsuki. Thankfully, we're next to a fully health restore thingy. Alright, take you out. That didn't do a lot of damage. On a VP! I've never seen that before. I've never seen an enemy run out of VP like that. That's actually really cool. Alright, so we don't have a whole lot of things that it's weak against. So we're just gonna keep mashing the A button because we feel like it. The poor Casper probably can't do a whole lot right now. That's unfortunate. Alright, please let Tsubasa be the last one to attack. Please, I want my waifu on screen. Yay, waifu! And we've unlocked a new skill. That's pretty interesting indeed. Alrighty then, let's go over here and fully restore our HP. With all that taken care of, we could continue fighting enemies over here to grind up on a couple levels, but I don't think it's that necessary. We should be okay. That's a dangerous presence beyond this door. So I'm going to talk about the fast-forwarding cutscene thing for a moment, because this is a big thing that I absolutely love about this game. Because something that drives me insane about most RPGs is the fact that if you die during a boss fight, you have to rewatch the same cutscenes over and over again. And this honestly kind of kills my desire to replay through a game. Like Mario & Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, for example, that's one of my favorite RPGs in the Mario series. But it has a very big problem where the cutscenes for the bosses are really long and you can't skip them if you die. At least not on the DS version. I don't know about the 3DS remake or anything like that, but what I like about this game is even though you can't skip cutscenes, at least as far as I know, even though you can't skip them, you can fast forward them, so you can still get a general idea of what's going on in the game's story. So that's just something that I really, really like. And this right here, this is the first boss of Tokyo Mirage Sessions, the Gaijin, however you pronounce his name. And this is another thing that was really making planning out this Let's Play really complicated. Because the bosses of this game, a lot of their stats, you will never know what they are. Even if, I'm pretty sure you could find out if you hack the game, but as far as I know, nobody has done that. But the thing is that through experimentation, you can see what this enemy is weak and strong against. So this boss fight, it's level 6 as you can see on screen, but it is weak against Lance, Fire, Light, and Darkness, and resistant against Axe and an Ice ability. So Tsubasa is going to be very useful during this boss fight, and Tuma, even though he just came into the party, he's probably not going to be that great. Actually, wait, does he use an axe? No, he doesn't use an axe, I don't know what I'm saying. Alright, so attack you, and Gojin is being joined by a couple Casper enemies as well. And we can use our skill and destroy him. He's also weak against fire, so that's also something that's pretty nice. And this right here, this is Assassin I was talking about. If an enemy is weak against a special attack that you're using, you can trigger Assassin, which will deal additional damage to the enemies, and it's really, really cool. Alright, so what can Itsuki do? You can use a Zao enemy to take out the Casper, so let's try that. And something really cool is that you saw it briefly right there for a moment, but whenever the characters are using magic abilities, they will use their signatures will actually appear for a moment while they're casting magic, and it's really cool. Okay, so it doesn't appear like Assassin will trigger if we use the fire attack. So that's unfortunate, but we can use Tsubasa's super amazing powers of awesomeness to do a skewer attack. Yay, triggering assassins! And something that also makes me really happy about this game coming to Switch is that the Switch version of this game is going to feature an ability to fast forward through assassins like this, because even though I love watching them, I know a lot of people think they get a little bit repetitive over time, which I can understand, but it's never really bothered me that much. And one other thing that I noticed a lot of people are not really caring that much for about this game is there are a lot of people who weren't really all that happy but this game didn't have an English voice option. Personally speaking, I'm okay with that. And the reason for that is because this game is set in Japan, so it makes sense that everybody speaks Japan, and I think it really adds to the immersion of the game. And another reason why I'm okay with that is that whenever you're on the overworld and enemies nearby, From will say that there's an enemy nearby. So I think that's a bit easier to ignore when the dialogue is in a language that I can't read. So yeah, this right here, this is a special attack. You got 3 choices. Oh no, whatever we gotta do. It's so spooky, it's scary. It will transform into 3 blobs. So basically what this means is, first of all, don't you waste your skills on this attack. So what we want to do is we want to attack one of the blobs. I think it's this one. I don't know off the top of my head. There's probably some way that you can tell that it's the real one. But you won't know for sure until you kill it. So we gotta be quick about this. And the reason why I said don't waste your assassins or skills or anything like that is because... oh, yay! We did it! We were right! Yay! The reason why I said don't waste your skills is because... you're gonna need them for the big guy. Also, the enemies that were left over, they will stay there. If you get it wrong, then they're still there and you didn't do any damage to the boss fight. Also, it's very worth mentioning that you don't actually need to kill any of the minions or anything like that. But it's probably a good idea to do that so that you're not taking as much damage every turn. Alright, just use a skewer against you. Also, I just love the portraits in the background. Like, Tsubasa in particular, it just looks so cute when she's smiling like that. Alright, he's almost dead. Haha, you missed.
足を引っ張らないようにしないと。
It's like that sword is bigger than Tsubasa. How'd you miss? Okay, so I'm gonna be biased again and try to make it so that Tsubasa delivers the killing blow. I need my waifu on screen. And what can you do? That would defeat you. I could defeat you right now, but... Okay, I'm gonna guard. Let Tsubasa do the killing blow.
痛いのは嫌だけど。よし。かわせないよ。ついてきて。決まった。まだ。
Oh man! That didn't work! Okay, we will do this. Come on, we can do this. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Let Tsubasa do the killing blow. Come on, he can do this.
私に倒せるかな。よし。
Come on! Yay! It wasn't quite Tsubasa, but it was our turn, so he's gonna be in the victory pose, I think. Maybe, probably, hopefully. Yay! And everybody gets a level up. Woo! Clap for joy.
俺の技
Can I just also say that the characters look really funny when you're fast forwarding through the cutscenes? That's another big reason why I wanted to do that for this video, because if and when I ever let's play this game, probably not going to be fast forwarding the cutscenes too much. And also, it's going to bother me if I don't point this out verbally, but those domes totally have Triforces in them. And now we've come full circle. Quite literally, because that's right there. This should let us get back to Daitama. Performa! Surrender your Performa! There's a whole bunch of them! Crap, that's a lot. Things might get a little rough here. We choose to fight! Oh, that was a run-up.
その場を動くな。キリアさん。
Kiria? Why is she here in person? Oh my gosh, Kiria's looking at me! Wait, don't tell me Kiria's a Mirage Master too! What do I do? Oh, I can feel my brain pounding! Tsubasa, if it's your brain that's pounding, something might be wrong. Wait a minute! Oh, no! It's Suki! I don't have anything for her to sign! How am I going to get her autograph?
あの少年。
Oh, she's gone. Oh, I thought I was finally going to get her autograph. I think we have more important things to worry about. Come on, let's get out of here while we can. Man, I totally know how Tsubasa feels right there, because when I was at PAX Fest 2019, I was going over to the console free play area, and while I was going up the escalator, I saw Joe Connery and Masayanella off on the side, and they were talking to a small group of fans, and it took me like 10 minutes to work up the courage to talk to them. I take it the operation was successful, Toma. Yeah, though, Kiria had to bail us out at the end there. And these two would be... Oh, they're my friends, Itsuki and Tsubasa. Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Tsubasa. I'm Itsuki. and I'm not pronouncing their last names because I butchered them every time that I tried recording this video. This is my third take recording this, by the way. Miss Maiko, somewhere in the middle of all that mess, these two got the powers of Mirage Masters. Both masters. Maybe this is fate then. Or awakening. Whatever your Fire Emblem 3DS preferences. Sorry, but you are... My name is Maiko Shimazaki. I direct others who investigate incidents like this. I suppose you could call me their leader. Investigation? Yes, although Mirage-related incidents aren't often made public, they're more common than you know. The mass disappearance? I'm sure you're familiar with the name at least. That was the incident where a large number of performers and audience members just vanished, right? Mirage is responsible for that phenomenon too. We still don't have all the information on what they truly are, but we've confirmed that they reside in areas known as idol spheres and cause harm to humans. Their existence lies beyond that of a physical realm, so conventional weaponry doesn't really faze them. The only thing that can stop a Mirage is the power of another Mirage. Like how Chrome and Seda helped us out earlier. You catch on quick. Certain Mirages can harmonize with talented humans and grant them their powers. Using these gifted powers to combat this threat to humanity, this is what it means to be a Mirage Master. Since we investigate cases involving Mirages, we need the help of Masters to do it. Unfortunately, those who have the natural ability for it are very rare. Please, I want to help you. I don't know if I'll be any good at it, but if I do have some rare ability, then I want to help out. I see. You're Ayaha Orebe's little sister, aren't you? How do you know that? We've been keeping track of you since that night 5 years ago. Still, I never dreamed that you'd get yourself involved in all this. During the incident 5 years ago, you were in the audience and Ayaha Orebe disappeared before your eyes. And you're thinking if you become a Mirage Master, you might find some clues about your sister, correct? I've been looking all this time. I only auditioned in the first place because I thought being in the industry would help. If becoming a Mirage Master will help me find her, then I'll do it. I want to become a master. Alright, Tsubasa. I'll be counting on your support from now on. Thank you so much! What about you, Itsuki? I don't know. It seems like a lot of work. I see. Well, I suppose it's only natural to be hesitant. After all, it's dangerous work. But are you sure you want to let Tsubasa handle all of this on her own? Well, I can't really argue with that. It's my policy to always get what I want. Come on, man. I understand. I'll join. I'll do my best, Miss Shimazaki. Miss Shimazaki? No, call me Maiko, please. We're on a first-name basis around here. More casual. Try again. I clicked the wrong button right there. Okay, I'll do my best, Miss Maiko. Itsuki, are you sure about this? I can't just let you do something dangerous like this on your own, Tsubasa. Thanks, just having you by my side makes me feel like I could do anything. Ouch, you guys, I'm standing right here. Don't tell me I'm just the third wheel here. No, I mean, I'll be counting on you too, Tuma. You three are pretty close, aren't you? It's a shame you aren't about 10 years younger, Miss Michael, or you could have gotten in on this. Oh, Tuma, I think you and I need to sit down for a nice long chat about your future. Sorry, my schedule's all full up. Well then, Tuma, I'd like you to take Itsuki and Tsubasa to our hidden base. You have a hidden base? It's only appropriate for a secret organization to have a secret headquarters, right? Miss Michael, I think base might be stretching it a little. Well, I'm a very busy woman. I have some errands to take care of, so I'll see you later. Okay, I'm gonna be very blunt when I say this, and I apologize for that, but... Holy crap, my new boss is hot! Well, here we are. Looks more like an office in some kind of secret base. Well, yeah, it is an office. Ever heard of Fortuna Entertainment? Oh, I know! That's the production company that Kiryu belongs to! Should have figured you'd know it, Tsubasa. But yeah, this is the Fortuna Entertainment office. What? Really? Oh, why was I brought to a place like this? Just a regular production company on the surface, but secretly a team of Mirage specialists and investigators. Gator. My name's in the word investigator. Oh, and I haven't told you guys yet, but this is the production company I've been working with. Why didn't you tell us about it? Yeah, you don't have to worry about telling us where you work. If I knew you were working at the same company as Tsubasa, I could have asked you to get me your autograph. That's what you're angry about? Tsubasa, I keep my mouth shut because I knew this is how you'd react. Never mind all that, Tuma, so... Where's Kiryu? Oh, she's not here. What? Not! Jeez, Tsubasa, chill out. Kiryu's pretty busy with work right now. Not only does she have a ton of work, she's getting ready... She's got to get ready for that live performance, too. She's got her schedule worked out down to the minute. Even I haven't seen her in a while. Tsubasa, you okay? What are you doing? Right now, I'm breathing air that Kiryu was breathing. Oh, I can die happy. Alright, there was someone I wanted you two to meet. Who's that? You'll see. They're waiting for you just past that door. Come on, Tsubasa, back to reality. Wait! I'm not done enjoying the atmosphere yet! I love Tsubasa in every cutscene season. Alright, so that's gonna be as far as we're gonna be playing in Tokyo Mirage Sessions in this video. But before I leave, I have something that I really want to talk about. Well, actually, two things. First, something really cool about this game is that the director of Tokyo Mirage Sessions, one of them at least, went on to work on Astral Chain. So if you want to play something very similar to this, then you can go check out that game as well. It's also kind of like a Bayonetta-esque in the terms of combat. It's a really fun game, and you should definitely check it out. But, going back to this game real quick, something that I've noticed about every blind stream of this game that I've watched is they go into this game expecting to absolutely hate it. They go into Tokyo Mirage Sessions expecting, oh, this is going to be like one of the worst games I've ever played, get ready for a lot of cringe, all that kind of stuff. By this point in the game, they realize why this game is so great. They start to see why so many people, like myself, enjoy this game so much, and they're willing to give it a chance. So with Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE Encore coming to Switch next month, I ask you to do the same. It may not be everybody's kind of game, and that's perfectly fine, but this is truly an amazing game, and you will not regret it if you try it out for yourself. Thank you all so much for watching this episode of the 12 Days of Gaming, and until next time, lead gear to you.